Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. I've got a very hot update here on ZEBEC. I just want to show you why I believe that the price can actually move another 50% relatively in a very short space of time. And yeah, before we start the video, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video by delicately tapping the like button. It will tell the YouTube algorithm that yes, this video is very short but still very much relevant and important. Of course, if you're new here, I want to encourage you to subscribe because I do TA on ZEBEC and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. You know what, let me not promote too much here and start exactly with what I want to talk about here. So I've been saying for a few days now that we are in a range which you can see. Of course, there is a massive support at the lows, and then we've got a rejection on top here, which I was saying that we've been rejected once, twice, 3, 4, 5, and this was the 6th time here. However, at this point, my focus has been breaking this resistance level and looking to have price discovery on the price chart, right? So you can imagine that the price really hasn't experienced a bull run yet. What has actually been happening over the last year or so is just work of accumulating here, and I want to believe that this one here was the spring moment. The reason why I think so is because there was a lot of fear in the market down here, and even I myself at some point I decided to short ZEBEC, and that actually didn't turn out to be good. After that, I quickly figured out that this thing is actually way much more bullish than I anticipated, and I jumped back in. And of course, I've shared multiple trades with my Patreon members by there, which have actually turned out to be very much successful. So what we are looking at right here in this range is the RSI behavior, because this is something that has always remained true. I mean, take a look at this. When you get to this overbought territory, this is when you're also peaking on the price as well. You see it pretty much the same time here, then you also see it right this moment here. Now, what is interesting is coming to where we are today, we haven't actually gotten into that overbought territory yet. However, we have already reached the areas in which we have been rejected in the past. So the interpretation here is that the RSI still has got more to go towards the upside, meaning getting into this overbought territory above 70, but the price is already where it's supposed to be rejected. Now, this really has me excited because what it means is that we're going to be challenging the next, nearest resistance on the price, which you can see on top here. I've just adjusted the resistance. And from where the price is sitting today, we're looking at about a 40% pump. In yesterday's updates, I was saying that, we still have got about a 50% because the price was lower. However, prices have actually risen today because we are seeing momentum kind of starting to build across the whole board. One thing, of course, we should not be missing is great price action from Bitcoin, because once Bitcoin is stable and is doing its thing, ZEBEC, trust me, it's just going to be doing even much better than that. So what we are seeing here with BTC is we are seeing it trying to go ahead for a fresh attempt to break the retracement levels. I'm talking about $96,000 all the way up to $99,000. Once BTC is able to do that, I think we're going to be seeing a massive follow through here with ZEBEC as well, even getting into price discovery. Now, this is very interesting because with a chart like this one, basically the sky is the limit, right? There is no resistance on top. So once you get to reclaim these inception values, I mean, you're just growing and growing. So yeah, I mean, my price targets, the most conservative thing that I can say at this point is the market cap rises all the way to $1 billion, right? So that's a 10x. Now, a lot of people are much more bullish than I am, but at this point, I mean, I'm looking at it in a realistic manner and saying, okay, what can we actually get in relatively quick fashion? Yeah, some people are willing to hold this project for the next 5-10 years or something like that, and I want to wish everybody the best. For me, that's not really the case, but I acknowledge that this thing has got much more potential than what we're anticipating here. If you're still watching at this point, I want to show you this offer that our partners over there at L Bank have got, which is up to $120,000 in terms of bonuses and stuff like that, which you can claim if you go ahead and register and sign up with their exchange. The link is going to be somewhere there in the description, but I think this is a fantastic offer if you also happen to be a good trader, because what's happening here is that they're dropping this bonus into your futures account. So what you have to do is once you get those futures, you start trading with them, and you have to trade that money in 7 days. Other than that, the bonus expires, right? So that's not going to be looking too good. So for context, I mean, if you're going to be depositing, let's say $500 in your futures account, you can go and claim up to $200, and that's going to be good, right? $800 gets you $350, which is free money, basically an airdrop, which you can use, go ahead and trade that and even make much more money on that. So I think it's a fantastic deal. They get to have a new user. You also get to have free cash that you can trade. Of course, you have to be a professional trader for you to be able to go ahead and capitalize on this whole thing. Now, if you're looking for a profitable trading group, I'm inviting you to my trading group, which you can join via Patreon. The link is also down there in the description. We usually trade on Discord. So here are some of the trades that we took last week. biggest hits. This is Telcon 4x basically, and then we also had Super 3 basically 4x as well, 272%. Then we had Alpaca 340%, that's 3.5x, that's good. Then we also had Jasmine 330%. We also had, decent trades like Notcoin. Then of course we had things like Popcat, one of the smallest ones. We had a loss on our Pay, which is something that is very normal in trading. You don't have to win everything. Then of course, I mean, if you are somebody who says, you know what, I don't know anything about trading, within this Patreon membership, you'll be able to access a course which is up to 42 videos teaching you on how to, set up your trades, indicators, and become a successful trader basically. As I already mentioned, this is not an extra cost. It's still part and parcel of the Patreon membership. And you will see that when you come to Patreon, it says $100 per month. That's actually not the case. It's $100 per year. It's just that we could not be charging annually. So we just said, okay, if you register, then you can cancel so that you don't get charged. Of course, if you happen to get charged twice, we're going to be refunding you and stuff like that. So go ahead, check out the link that is in the description. Go ahead and look at this and come join us in our trading group. We're not only just giving a trade signal and then we go, right? If you wish, of course, you can call, you can DM, and you can interact with me on, basically trading issues and stuff like that. So I want to thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next ZEBEC update. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.